6:15. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dilini Gunawardena, assisted by Sanjay, and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. The agriculture industry is reaping the benefits of new technology introduction. The Prime Minister notes that constructing the port at Hambantota is a milestone in the national economy. Bus fares to be slashed by 5% starting tonight. The need of providing a comprehensive understanding on entrepreneurship to the younger generation is emphasized. The World Food Programme donates 55,000 metric tons of MOP fertilizer to the island. Foreign news, France's far right celebrates lead and seeks majority. In sports, it's cricket, the LPL to kick off tonight. The Secretary to the Minister of Agriculture and Plantation, Janaka Dharmakirti, announced that necessary measures are in place to achieve President Ranil Wickremesinghe's goal of doubling the rice harvest within the next 6 harvest seasons. He highlighted the introduction of a technical package aimed at this objective and emphasized that the Ministry of Agriculture is effectively handling the increasing demand for food, surpassing traditional agricultural practices. The Agriculture and Plantation Ministry Secretary shared these updates during a press briefing titled 2 Years of Progress and Advancement held at the Presidential Media Centre today. He also noted that the agriculture industry is already reaping the benefits of new technology implementations. It was further elaborated that in order to support agricultural modernization and address food needs beyond traditional cultivation, 2,500 million rupees has been allocated in the budget. Interest-free loans are being provided for various agricultural activities in 26 divisional secretariat divisions, and the Youth Agriculture Entrepreneurship Project is being implemented. This initiative has increased the youth entrepreneurship opportunities in agriculture, plantation industries, and animal and fishery industries. The introduction of new technology has successfully attracted young people to these sectors. Premier Dinesh Gunawardena said that although the Free Education Act was passed with great difficulty by Dr. C.W.W. Kannangara, those who upgraded their lives thanks to the free education hardly make any references to that. The Prime Minister made these remarks recently at the occasion of declaring open the new 3-storied building of the Lunugamwehera Divisional Secretariat. He further noted that constructing the port at Hambantota is a milestone in the national economy. Minister Susil Premajayantha emphasizes the need of providing a comprehensive understanding and training on entrepreneurship to the younger generation. The new education revisions pave the way for the children to select their professional orientation at grade 9 along with monitoring by their parents. Students will be provided career counseling from grade 6 onwards. The minister further pointed out that no country could survive on its own in the prevailing global context. Research and innovations being carried out will provide the opportunity to create new paths to the younger entrepreneurs. The minister expressed these views at an occasion held in Colombo. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Minister Mahinda Amaraveera announced that a national week for the implementation of the Youth Agri-Entrepreneurship Village Programme will be held from today to the 7th of July. He also stated that under the guidance of United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, the World Food Programme has made arrangements to provide 55,000 metric tons of MOP fertilizer to the farmers of Sri Lanka free of charge. This stock of fertilizer is to be given for paddy cultivation in the next 2 growing seasons. The government will receive this stock of fertilizer from the United Nations Food and Agriculture Programme. The minister emphasized this at a discussion held at the Ministry of Agriculture and Plantation Industries regarding the National Fertilizer Programme today. Previously, MOP fertilizer was available at an expensive price of 14,000 rupees. Minister Amaraveera advised the government-owned fertilizer companies to reduce this price to 9,000 rupees. India chaired its first meeting as chair of the Colombo process at the permanent representative level meeting at the International Organization for Migration headquarters in Geneva. The Colombo process is a regional consultative process comprising 12 member states from Asia which primarily serve as countries of origin for migrant workers. The forum facilitates the exchange of best practices on managing overseas employment. India's commitment to advancing the objectives of the Colombo process and bolstering collaboration among member states was expressed at this occasion. India also presented an outline of an action plan for the next 2 years. India's priorities for Colombo process includes reviewing the financial sustainability of the Colombo process, broadening the membership by including new member states and observers, reconfiguring technical level collaborations, implementing a structured rotation for the chairmanship, conducting a regional review for the Global Compact for safe, orderly and regular migration, and engaging in dialogues with the Abu Dhabi Dialogue and other regional processors. And that ends local news for now.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
Main news story: Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena announced a 5% reduction in bus fares effective from tonight as part of the 2024 annual bus fare revision. Starting from the 2nd of July, commuters can expect a decrease in bus fares by 5.07%, amounting to a reduction of 2 rupees in the fare. The bus fares have been reduced under the annual fare revision and as agreed during a meeting between Transport Ministry officials and private bus operators. And that came to you in Main News.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
In Watchlight, the Parliamentary Communications Department said President Ranil Wickremesinghe is scheduled to make a special statement to the Parliament tomorrow on the implementation of the debt restructuring agreements. Accordingly, the debate and vote on agreements have been postponed. Earlier, Speaker Mahinda Apabewardena informed all the members of Parliament in writing to attend a special parliamentary meeting tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. The meeting has been called as per a request made by the Prime Minister, and that came to you in Watchlight.
Coming up, World News.
The headlines first. France's far right celebrates lead and seeks majority. President Ramaphosa names the new cabinet. And China rocket crashes after accidental launch. France's far right in its pole position after the first round of parliamentary elections that confirmed their dominance in French politics and brought them to the gates of power. Supporters of Marine Le Pen's anti-immigration national rally RN cheered as she said the President Macron's bloc has been all but wiped out. RN won 33.1% of the vote, with the left-wing alliance behind on 28% and the Macron camp behind on 20.76%. Never before has the far right won the first round of French parliamentary elections. South Africa's president has announced the formation of a new cabinet over a month after elections stripped his African National Congress ANC party of its majority. President Cyril Ramaphosa named 32 ministerial positions of the Government of National Unity late on Sunday, following weeks of deadlock that delayed the formation of an historic governing coalition. The announcement sees 20 of the 32 posts going to the ANC. Another 6 will be filled by the Democratic Alliance Party, with the remainder split among a crowd of smaller coalition parties. President Ramaphosa was forced into the unprecedented power-sharing arrangement after his party lost its parliamentary majority for the first time since 1994 in elections on May 29. A space rocket owned by the private Chinese company accidentally launched itself during a test on Sunday before crashing into a hillside. The company responsible for the rocket, Tianbing Technology, said in a statement that there was a structural failure at the connection between the rocket body and the test bench, causing the rocket to take off. There were no casualties from the incident as the area had been evacuated. The Tianlong 3 is Chinese designated and manufactured and was intended to be a reusable rocket. Back to the headlines of the world news. France's far right celebrates lead and seeks majority. President Ramaphosa names the new cabinet. And China rocket crashes after accidental launch. And that ends world news.
Moving on with sports news.
The Sri Lanka Premier League will commence today at the Pallekele International Cricket Stadium. Defending champions Kandy Falcons will meet Dambulla Sixers at 7:30 p.m. The tournament will consist of 24 matches including 2 qualifiers, 1 eliminator and a final. And moving on to development news, President Ranil Wickremesinghe has outlined development measures taken by his government targeting several areas of Sri Lanka, including Monragala, Ampara and Hambantota. To foster the development of the Monragala district, the government has advocated for the provision of free land rights despite opposition and legal challenges. The President further said the government's vision is to transform Udawalawe, Monragala, Ampara and the Mahaweli Sea Zone into a major agricultural hub within the dry zone. And that was development news. Coming up next is business news.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න as වහගෙන දැකපු හින හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business news sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Sri Lanka Export Development Board, in collaboration with the engineering faculty of the University of Moratuwa, launched a new program to integrate the construction-related and power and energy industry with the university research projects to address challenging research questions with real-world applications. This program is planned for 2 years, commencing from 2024 till the end of 2025 with the participation of selected companies. And that was business news.
Business news sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න as වහගෙන දැකපු හින හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
And now in economic news.
Sri Lanka Purchasing Managers Index for construction recorded an index value of 54.5 in May, indicating an improvement in construction activities. The outlook for construction activities over the next 3 months remains positive, mainly due to the expected increase in project availability. And that was economic news.
Weather report.
Several spells of showers will occur in the western, Sabaragamuwa and northwestern provinces and the Kandy, Nuwara, Galle and Matra districts. Showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places in the Uva and eastern provinces in the evening or night. Strong winds of about 40 to 50 km per hour can be expected at times over the western slopes of the Central Hills, northern, north-central and northwestern provinces and in the Trincomalee, Hambantota and Monragala districts. Well, that was the weather report, and prior to concluding this news broadcast, the headlines again. The agriculture industry is reaping benefits of the new technology introduction. The Prime Minister notes that constructing the port at Hambantota is a milestone in the national economy. Bus fares to be slashed by 5% starting tonight. The need of providing a comprehensive understanding on entrepreneurship to the younger generation emphasized. The World Food Programme donates 55,000 metric tons of MOP fertilizer to the farmers. Foreign news, France's far right celebrates lead and seeks majority. And in sports is cricket, the LPL to kick off tonight. And with that, we end this news broadcast from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. And it's over to Marila Vandot on the other side to continue with the rest of the programs this Monday evening. Over to you, Marila.
Thank you, Geethanjali. That was Geethanjali Ramanayaka bringing you the main news broadcast.